Hello, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Today I'm bringing you the deck that you definitely expected me to make on this channel. We are playing a basically mono red Boros Firebending Student. We are trying to OTK our opponents in Standard. So before I talk a little bit about the deck, of course, do help the channel continue to grow. Sub up if you haven't already and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the Firebending Student. So what do we got going on with this deck? Firebending Student, if you've been living under a rock, it is a 1/2 for 2 prowess creature. Then it has Firebending X, where X is this creature's power. Of course, as soon as people saw this card, they started thinking, well, what if we pump it up with things like Wild Ride and turn inside out, and then we hit them with a bulk up? It's going to make a whole ton of mana, and we'll just be able to do anything that we possibly want to do. That's the idea. That's what we're going to try to do in this deck. So we got our Firebending Student as one creature. We're also playing a couple copies of the Emberheart Challenger, and Slickshot Show-Off is showing up because it's actually probably still more busted than everything else in mono red. The 1-drop creature, only one of them, Burnout Astronaut. We were pretty heavy on the 2 CMC creatures, so I did want at least one CMC creature. This is the one I chose because it has Menace. Otherwise, in the deck, we are just playing a bunch of ways of pumping our creatures up and Burst Lightning. Burst Lightning just because we need to maybe take out some defenders or some pesky Badger Cubs. Mostly. Dreadmaw's Ire is in here because this one is going to give our creatures trample, very important. Felonious Rage, haste enabler. Wild Ride, also a haste enabler. If we get a Firebending Student a little bit late, we have a bunch of mana, well, maybe we can attack in right away with the Firebending Student. Turn Inside Out is in here because it's a great instant speed pump up spell. And then the Great Train Heist just as a one of fun of, because I think it might be interesting to get a double combat at some point if we get to that point. Bulk Up is obviously in here. We're going to double our power, our creature's powers, and then we have the ability to flash it back potentially. And then Self-Destruct because it's an instant speed way of flinging our giant creature at our opponents. So we only really need to get our Slickshot Show-Off up to 10 damage, and then we can finish off the game with a Self-Destruct. And the reason to play Boros is because I'm playing Shard Mage's Rescue, because I wanted a little bit of a way of protecting our creatures, and playing Boros mana is not too difficult. So I think throwing in the one Boros or Shard Mage's Rescue, the white card, is going to be okay. Over in the sideboard, which is not relevant to this because I am playing best of one, it does also give us access to Lightning Helix. It also gives us access to Avatar State, Rest in Peace, Sheltered by Ghost, and Doorkeeper's Thrall. So I thought it was interesting to go Boros with this deck, even though, again, that's for another video potentially. That's it for this one. We're going to jump into some games and see how many people we can just blast out of the game. See you over there. Okie dokie, game number one. I gotta do this one quick. My battery is very low on the camera. We can't keep a 1-land hand because we are only playing 19 lands in this deck, so we do need to have enough lands. We miss again. It's a pretty good looking hand, but there's no way I can... I mean, this is a pretty good looking hand, right? Do you keep it? Let's keep it. Let's keep it. Never in my life have I ever been unlucky. I'm also going to throw away the protection spell because it's the weakest way of pumping up my Firebending Student, and we are going to be okay. We hit the land. We are some god gamers over here. God gamers. The opponent, however, is going to be putting out quite a few creatures for us. They have their turn 1 or turn 1 Mana Dork, turn 2 Badgermole Cub, and they have lived the dream as well. We get a second Firebending Student, but that's not going to be enough. Okay, my only hope is that next turn they don't put too much crazy stuff on the field and they don't kill me. And then this Firebending Student can hopefully get a second combat with the Great Train Heist. They have... This is fine. It's so fine, right? That's 17 damage. Fella. No blocks. Man, magic... Not magic. Standard. Standard has become... a nightmare. Okay, let's pay 2 life because we're dead, whatever. We'll Firebend this student. We will... I can't cast this? Why not? Until the end of turn, target... Oh, attacking creature. And... Okay, it's fine. Let's go like this. I hope I'm doing this right. Attack with 2, okay. Oh, no, no, no. Why? Oh, I wanted to make, oh, does that make me, is it, we don't lose, but that's not cool. Can I also do this? I can. Okay. It's fine. We got 6 mana. Woo! Okay. We almost messed it up because the game autoed. I get to murder that thing. So a maul down to 5. We generate 10 mana on this turn. We could have also flung the creature if we had whatever it's called. Self-destruct. It's so stupid. Okay, I only used 2% of my camera battery for that game. I'm satisfied. Keep going. If that opening game doesn't tell you how stupid that was, the opponent hit us for 17 damage on their turn 3, I believe. That was a Crater Hoof on 3, right? They attacked for 17, and then we OTK'd them on the following turn. Yeah, standard is healthy place. I got to make sure to go full control when I do Dreadmaw Ire. It's going to be a thing for the future. Okay, let's plot our Slickshot Show-Off. We don't have our Firebending Student, but I think we can get there with the original team. Oh, okay, this is the Aura's deck. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay 1. When you do, create a sorcerer role that's attached to this to target creature. It's a very good card. So we could attack in with the Bastronaut. I think it's probably fine just to go out with the... Maybe I just hold up. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to Bastronaut, and then I'm going to Burst Lightning something. I don't want to put out the Emberheart Challenger because I know it's going to be too vulnerable. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay 1. I'm just going to get rid of it right now. Let's get rid of the Spellbook Vendor. We have 2 creatures on the field. They don't have anything that they could load up with a Sheltered by Ghosts, so I think we're probably okay. Second Vendor, that's fine. No follow-up, please. Maybe they will just go to combat and load up the Vendor with that 1 mana there. Sorcerer's Role is going on the Spellbook Vendor. What does this do? Gets +1/+1, and whenever it attacks, it scries 1. That's pretty good. So how much damage do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not that much. So we can't really go with the... What I can do is I can Felonious Rage, Slickshot, and Dreadmaw, and destroy the... No, it's an artifact. Man, it just doesn't look good, does it? Okay, I think we need to wait 1 more turn. I'm going to attack with the Bastronaut. This might go really badly for me. And I'm just going to put out the Emberheart Challenger. 19 lands might be a little bit too greedy. Maybe we need 20 lands in the deck. I'm not sure. Ethereal Armor, that's fine. I don't mind the opponent doing damage to us. We don't care. As long as we're... Okay. As long as we're not dead, we're fine. Get greedy, attack in, opponent. Attack in. Come on. You can't leave 7 damage on the field. Oh, it's Vigilanced! What? The spellbook fella here is Vigilanced? Oh my god. Okay, that's a problem. Actually a problem. So... we can't win through that, right? But what we can do is attack and whatever. Yeah, we got to just go. Okay, let's see how they block. And then we're going to do some math. They also have first strike, so... it's still not enough damage, right? It's a lot of damage, but it's not enough damage. I don't think this is ever enough damage. No. It's close. This thing is not good enough, but I think this is better than... This is better than the other thing. It's 15 damage. Not bad. So if they don't kill us this turn, I think we'll be okay. Would we have had them if we drew a land and we could have self-destructed? I'm not sure. Seam Rip. That's going to make their thing a little bit bigger, which is okay, though. They can only get rid of 1 thing. Slickshot. They kind of have to get rid of the Bastronaut. It's... gonna be the tricky part. Oh, okay, now they have double blockers though. And man, spell okay. It having vigilance is really, really amazing. So I need a little help here. I need... What do I need? I need a land. A land we win. No. Don't we just... No. How do we win here? We don't win through this, right? No, we do? No, we're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We managed. We managed. It's so stupid. But the Bastronaut's menace actually is massive in this position. So it all depends on how they block here, and then we'll decide the course of action. They're tapped out. There's so many different ways that we can kill them here. Do we do the cute thing? Yeah, let's do the cute thing. I appreciate Bastronaut. I appreciate Bastronaut getting double strike. Boop. And we'll kill them for Xaxes. Thankfully, they did not have life gain. If they had life gain, obviously we would have been toast there. But we ended up sneaking one out just barely. Cool. Next one. All right. Game number 3. Continuing on with our aggro plan. Okay. It's fine. We have double protection. We unfortunately don't have our Firebending Student or the bulk up. That's what I want to see. I want to see cool bulk up and Firebending Student stuff. Yikes. Don't want to see that. I'm wondering if it would be better to play healing magic, not cura. Restoration magic, that's what it is. Just so that we could give our creatures hexproof and indestructible. This might be the case. Hopefully our opponent just has spot removal and we can stop them. It looks like they have a get lost. I do not want to see a Starcage Pinnacle on the following turn. That's the thing that gets us this game. If they're just playing that's fine. We can, of course, get in for another couple points of damage. If they land off the top, would have been fantastic. You know what? I know it's greedy, and I should probably just leave. Hang on, let's think about this. They're going to go down to... They're going down 5, 12 damage. If I Shard Mage's Rescue... You know what? I don't think I cast this... I don't have haste, so I can't haste this up. So I think what I do is I actually do ease up, and I just hold the Shard Mage's Rescue. Hope they have spot removal one more time. And... try to dodge a turn 3 board wipe. Yeah, I think we played it right. That's brutal for the opponent. Absolutely devastating. There's our great train heist. And this is the power of this silly deck. Give me a land, please. No land, but Ride's End, or Wild's Ride, whatever it's called. It's more than enough damage. Actually, it's just enough damage. 2 lands, killing them on turn... was that turn 3 for us, or turn 4? That would have been our turn 4. Would have been turn 4. Not bad. Okay, moving along. The battery did die on the camera. Unfortunately, I couldn't ride out that thing, so I had to stop and plug it in. It's fine. We're going to get this video done. 4 lands, not what you want to see. Especially with no creature. Would I have kept this? Let's say like this starting town or this mountain were a creature. Mulligan it away. Yikes. Okay. We're getting punished. We are getting punished for our war crimes. Let's go all in on the Firebending Student and hope that we find a little bit more action. Maybe it's the Emberheart Challenger, because the Emberheart Challenger with the Felonious Rage gives me another draw. I don't like doing that because I want to see the Firebending Student, but this is just the better play. And I think sometimes you just have to do the better play. We are going to be getting frisky with these Bastronauts, though. The opponent representing blue, it is, okay, a... Neat. Okay. Do they have the flash creature? They probably do have a flash creature. So, they can't block the Bastronaut. I'm definitely getting in with the Bastronaut. Do I also try to get in with the Emberheart Challenger? I think I do. Show me... Come on, you got... No, they didn't have it. That's... Okay. Surprise, Malcolm instead. They didn't want to give me the Malcolm. This card, my opponent's playing like a robot. That's weird. Malcolm, it always hits. It has so much text on it, and I just never take the time to read it. Whenever Malcolm deals combat damage to a player, put a chorus counter on it. Okay, sure. Draw a card, then discard it. If there are 4 more chorus counters on Malcolm, you may cast the discarded card without paying its mana cost. That's pretty good. So we need to find something. We need to trigger this Emberheart Challenger. Give me a land. Okay. They let that go. It feels like they have something, right? So we have the land. We're going to put out the Bastronaut. Let's attack in for 6. There's an opt. Okay, I'm not scared of an opt. If we hit a Burst Lightning next turn, potentially these 2 Bastronauts could have Into the Flood Maw. Yeah, sure. Okay. That sucks because obviously we wasted a pump spell on it, but it was a way of getting a land, and we needed that. So Bastronauts could potentially have Double Strike and Menace next turn. If they end up putting out the cat here, no cat. Okay. I never know how to play around these blue decks because they have a lot of trickery, of course, and just a very unpredictable, especially when the opponent's just like attacking the way they are. Okay, Emberheart Challenger, and so I think we're going to save the pumps for the following turn because next turn we should have max speed. Into the Flood Maw again. It's keeping me off base. It's fine, but these Bastronauts they got to be respected, especially right now. Suddenly, this is a ton of damage, and if they don't have blockers up, they're going to be in trouble. Now, the Wang Shi Tong is actually really good because it's going to be Vigilance. So if they get one more blocker, that means that the Wild Ride is going to be very tricky for me to deploy. They just keep passing. Okay. Oh, now we're flooding out. Yikes. Okay, and they definitely have something. Do I put the Wild Ride on to the Emberheart Challenger? No, I think we got to put it on the Bastronauts. Do they have yet another way of stopping this? I could get it. Man, if it were a different deck, if it were a different opponent on a slightly different deck, we could definitely play this a lot differently. And I could cast the Felonious Rage on the Bastronaut and then get the Prowess Pump on the Emberheart Challenger. And then from that, Wild Ride harmonized. Okay, let's see how much damage we're going to be able to put through here. Use the mana. Use your mana for something. Show me your mana, okay? So how much damage am I doing? I'm doing not quite enough. But if I do the Felonious Rage, I'm so exposed. But I'm not dead next turn. So I think it's probably fine just to... Man, am I regretting not pumping or not doing something here? If they got a flash creature, I'm going to be... Phantom Interference. Good on you, opponent. Okay. So I played that. I should have had more... You know, I should have had bigger balls, and I should have just tried for it. Here I am, falling back into old habits of playing a little bit too carefully. But I am playing a Fire Nation aggro deck, and I just kind of got to go for it. I gotta learn. Speaking of learning, lifelong learner, you and me both, my friend. We are trying to figure this out. Only one creature, but I like it. It's the Bastronaut, one of my favorite cards lately. And we do have potentially ways of giving haste to our wonderful Firebending Student. We also have a little bit of protection. So we're playing against potentially this Otters deck. If this is the deck that I think it is, we're probably toast because they're going to be playing a whole bunch of interaction. Not what I expected. Okay, no, we keep our Bastronaut, of course. Oh, there's the Firebending Student. What are the odds that our opponent over there has... Our opponent has... They always have Sheltered by Ghost. Every single time. There's no way I can put out the Firebending Student. We're taking our time with this one. Again, learning, not lifelong learner. Please teach me not to be such a fool. We'll see how it goes. I'm also going to have to be very careful about how I tap my mana next turn because I already see the starting town tapping down to put out this Firebending Student. I can already see it. Do they have counter magic? Are they playing... They did leave mana up, but I never expect a deck that's playing Silent Hull Creeper and Stormchaser's Talent together to have a way of scooping up my Firebending Student. Or countering my Firebending Student, rather. Okay, boom. Start your engines up to 3. And they did nothing with that 3 mana. That's, to me, that's crazy. Okay. Now, we don't have trample or anything yet, right? This is haste. So we would need to find something a little bit better. But we do have time maybe to wait. This is drawing them a card. Yeah, Silent Hull Creeper is such a cool card. Wonder Weave Aerialist to the field. And they still have their 2 mana open. So what are they doing with that? Nothing. That's not a great card. Okay. So, from here, what are we doing? Like, everything just... We kind of die. All of this stuff dies. I could go in with the Bastronaut and not pump up my stuff. And then play out a second Bastronaut. And hope this either gets in to give me max speed so I have double strike for following turns. I would be surprised if they double blocked here. Very, very surprised. I wouldn't be too upset with it. No, okay. So we are now running at max speed. We throw out a second Bastronaut. And then from here, I think we try... Yeah, we'll try to get them on the next turn, obviously, with Felonious Rage pumps. Firebending Student's going to go up quite a bit, and then hopefully we can get in, generate a bunch of mana, and bulk up the one Bastronaut that's not blocked. That's kind of where my head's at. If they have here Shelter by Ghost, which is what it feels like, that's not going to be the worst thing if we preemptively protect our Bastronaut or the Firebending Student with the Shard Mage's Rescue. Also, attacking with the Silent Hull Creeper right now might be a little bit of a... They're going to be fine with it. They're going to copy the Wonder Weave Aerialist. There's the Shelter by Ghost, so as expected, they always have it. What do they take, though? They go after one of our Bastronauts. We're not giving them a Bastronaut. Sorry, bud. Do you have a way of fighting? No more lies. Okay, so they do get that, but now they're tapped, almost tapped out with mana, so it's okay. And if they end up attacking with 2 creatures, be brave. Did they just sign their death? I take that. I take 9 damage, no problem. They have 1 mana. Up to 18. 18's pretty safe, but 18 is not safe against me. I feel like they have something, though. Oh, the Shard Mage's Rescue is huge. It's huge, bud. Sorry. That's trust me, it's Canadian humor. So do we need any more than 6 mana? Yes, we could use more than 6, right? 6, so I'm going to put this is going to go up to 3. We want this at 9. But that's also going to get in. So I think 6 is going to be enough, right? Okay, I think I'm going to put it on the Bastronaut. I feel like they have something, so I'm going to hold this Shard Mage's Rescue just to be safe. They might have an Into the Floodmaw. I could see that being the case. Man, if I do... Okay, let's see if they react. I don't need that much damage. Full control. Okay. Bulk up. We put the bulk up here. This is going to go 7, and this is 6. Is this enough damage? Am I making a mistake doing it this way? No, this is right. 6 is 12 damage. It's so much damage. Let's keep going. What do you got for me? Come on, do something. Do they not know? Okay. Do they think this doesn't have double strike? Is that the problem? They had something. They definitely had Into the Floodmaw, right? They must have. What were they waiting for? They kept delaying. There was definitely something that they were clicking. It's very possible that they didn't know that this had double strike, and they were just like, oh, it's 16 damage. I'm at 18 life, so I don't need to react yet. It could be the case. Whatever. Game number... What are we up to? 2, 4, 5, 6. This is number 6. And look who's showing up every single time. Our hero of the day, Bastronaut. Let's see if Bastronaut can keep getting things done. We don't have another creature, so we are all in on this little fella. And they have green mana. Not the scariest thing. Oh, but we are possibly getting hit with another... You better believe I'm doing this. You better believe it. This is... Let's kill that mana dork. If you can kill a mana dork, don't you kill a mana dork every single time? When... Can you imagine seeing a Bastronaut killing a Gene Pollinator, right? That just doesn't happen. Do they have the cub? No, they have... Ooh, Deep Cavern Bat is actually kind of scary. Yeah, take a look. Take a look at the hand. What do we want to see off the top? Probably... Give me I need a creature. That's what we need. Firebending Student would be cool. I'm sure they might have interaction for it. A little bit weird to see Gene Pollinator plus Deep Cavern Bat. This might be an Insidious Roots deck. They take the bigger pump at instant speed, which is valid. Okay, we hit our Bastronaut... Or hit our land, rather. You know what? Let's just... I'm not going to use a spell. I'm going to keep the Shard Mage's Rescue mana open. We get in for 1 more points of damage. You know what I would love is a Burst Lightning off the top. Burst Lightning, given my boy... What's this thing? When this creature enters, target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, exile that card. When this creature leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner creates an XX White Spirit creature token, where X is the mana value of the exiled card. Okay, well, that sucks. Do they take the... Do we just use the Shard Mage's Rescue now? On the Bastronaut? No. If they want to take it, they can take it. I'm going to be curious if they get in with the Deep Cavern Bat. That's what I'm wondering. I don't know if I've ever seen this card. Tarkir. Tarkir has so many cool cards in it, but I think people just don't play them. They leave the Deep Cavern Bat, and we hit a land. That's rough. That's rough, buddy. If you're wondering. We might be in trouble. So, here's what we do. We say to the opponent, do you want to give me back both of my things? And they say, absolutely. Now, do we say, I want also to have a detective on the field? We are going to get a 1-1. Let's get a 1-1. Okay, it's fine. Okay. So we don't, unfortunately, get max speed. We get our 1-1. We may as well play out our starting town. Is what it is. And... yeah, we'll see how far this poor little spirit token can go. Dark Confidant. Okay, they're down to 14. If they start drawing more Severance priests, they might just kill themselves. Okay, give me what I want. Slickshot Show-Off off the top, please. Not good enough. But am I going to haste in this Bastronaut? Yeah. Oh, hang on. Tap this one. Yeah. And then we're going to give our Bastronaut... Wait. I never know how to do Harmonize. Oh, I can't do it. I could still do it with the Felonious Rage. You know what? I think I'm fine with that. Felonious Rage. Okay. The way it's... I don't know why. It said 4. It's 5 mana. I didn't have enough. This sucks that I'm going to be killing the 2 things that that could have been doing damage to them. But I also don't want them drawing 2 extra cards a turn. I don't think I can overcome that. Oh, are they the Otter combo deck? Enduring Vitality means never means anything good. Ooh. Okay, so we do have... I don't have enough to do everything. Okay, we're going to attack, though. We'll see what they do. So we have... Man, with no prowess, that sucks. we have a good amount of damage. We have 11 damage, right? 11 damage is not enough damage. So, but do I want to kill the Enduring Vitality? How scared am I of this Enduring Vitality? I don't know. I don't know what the right play is. I'm a little bit scared of Enduring Vitality because I know it can do a lot of crazy stuff. But if I take them down to 1, I have a lot of things in my deck that kill them. If I blast the Enduring Vitality, I believe in my deck. We also get... Oh, no, it doesn't work. I can't turn it up, face up. Okay, we get we get our creature. Imagine if you could turn a Burst Lightning up, face up, and then blast your opponent with it. No! Oh, is that the top deck? That's the craziest top deck. Oh man. That sucks. That sucks so much. So if we had... No! They... I'm so upset. I'm so upset. Because we can do 4 points of damage. Had I shot the Enduring Vitality like I was thinking, this game would be over. Oh my god. Oh, that's rough, buddy. That's real rough, buddy. And it just so happens to have Vigilance, so it's gonna be... Oh, no. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna put it on the field. Okay, I gotta start mitigating some of the damage that they're doing, and then next turn, there's some potential. Okay, they're drawing real bad. We're down to 8 though. They're up to 12. No. I think I have to do it now, just to push as much damage as I possibly can. Because I wasn't going to be able to harmonize it in the future anyways, and I don't know. What do I need? Great Train Heist I think would be pretty awesome off the top of the deck. Badgermole Cub, kind of irrelevant, right? That's pretty good. It doesn't matter. Okay, we don't block still. They go up to 10. Firebending Student. It's not good enough. Oh, okay. Take them down to 9. I need to put this Ghost in front of the Enduring Vitality. Okay, we take 2 damage. Okay, we have draws. I think. Show Milan. Oh man, it hurts. It hurts so much because I was so close to making the right decision to blast the Enduring Vitality, And that was definitely a top deck sheltered by Ghost by them. And it completely won the game on its own. I'm very curious. If you were in my position in that last game, where were you sending the self-destruct? Were you sending the self-destruct at the creature or at their face, knowing that they had 2 cards in hand, the type of deck they had? They were definitely like a combo-esque deck where they were trying to create a whole bunch of creatures and then tap a whole bunch of them for mana. What would you have done? How much damage do we have here? Okay, so we slick shot, we turn inside out, and then we self-destruct, but it's not enough damage, is it? So instead we could... I gotta do it though, right? The problem is if they have Star Cage. They don't have Star Cage. Okay, we're gonna get in for a bit of damage. We're gonna destroy the Cryogen Relic. And I think... Do I want to get in for even a little bit more damage? Self-destruct here. Honestly, if this were Sellsword, this game would be over. The Sellsword, that 1 extra mana is so important. Haste. I'm gonna go for a little bit more damage here. I think it's fine. We'll hit them for 10. Okay. Let's see what happens. If they have the Star Cage, we lose. If they have the card that I always forget what it's called, that sucks them up, the Oblivion Ring. I just call it Oblivion Ring because that's the O-ring. That's what it does. If that's all they have, then we're fine. Star Cage, we lose. Synthesizer, I think we're fine. Do I do this now? Yes, I do it now. Okay, so we end on a win. We got lucky. We got lucky. We put this on to our Slickshot just to get a little bit of extra damage. It actually matters because this is taking it up to 5. Oh, it doesn't matter. Never mind. Because I would have had enough with the self-destruct. A little bit of a boring end, I think. But hey, self-destruct coming in to actually win. As opposed to the last game where it could have won. It could have won. Let's talk about it. Okay, so the Boros one-trick deck is working as I assumed it would. It is still extraordinarily glass cannon-y, but in best of 1, everybody is like doing weird, degenerate stuff right now. So a deck like this, I think, can really get away. If the meta shifts to being a little bit more spot removal focused like it was once upon a time, definitely you're going to have a bad time with this deck. But I think the configuration that I got here is pretty good. The real question is whether or not it's worth it to run Boros mana for the Shard Mage's Rescue alone. And then I guess the second question would be, is there anything else from white that we would put in the main board that would help us along? And I don't know. I need to do a little bit more testing. As I mentioned at some point in the video, Restoration Magic might be interesting. The 1 extra damage from the Shard Mage's Rescue is maybe not super important. If I put in Restoration Magic, it would still be giving 2 damage or 1 damage to the prowess creatures, 2 damage to the Slickshot Show-Off, but then also giving us the added benefit of the indestructible. So I'm not sure if I would want to go that way or if I just want to stick with the spot removal thing. The thing is, a lot of the time with this deck, we are putting out a creature, giving a haste, and going. So we're not really too worried about board wipes in this deck. We are putting a lot of pressure on the opponent, and often after a board wipe, we can follow it up with a hasty Firebending Student or one of our already hasted creatures or a Bastronaut that surprisingly got up to max speed a lot more than I was expecting it to. Bastronaut is still fantastic. I think I probably could have won that one game if I had the balls to do it. I think the opponent would... That one against the blue... Was it against blue deck? No, against the Auras deck. Would have been a little bit weird because they had the ability to counter the spell that I would have cast onto the Bastronaut. So I wouldn't have been able to kill them that turn, but they also wouldn't have been able to deal 5 damage to me on the following backswing. So it would have given me one more turn to find a way to end the game, and I think probably we could have pulled it off. Yeah, Bastronaut's fantastic. The other thing to talk about is the distribution of the cards in the deck, because I think there are a lot of different cards that serve different purposes. You want to have your cards that give haste, but you also want to have cards that are going to be giving trample, because sometimes you need to go over creatures. The bulk up is necessary because it's kind of fun, and that's what the deck is. It's a bulk up deck. I think you could definitely build this deck in a different way without this ridiculous card, but where's the fun in that? And the self-destruct is also one that I'm not really sure about, because it definitely works very well with the Firebending Student, but in that last game, definitely the Callous Sellsword in hand over the self-destruct, 1 less mana, would have been able to end the game, I believe. I think the math in my idiot head would have worked out. In the end, I think it's kind of cool. 19 lands, very greedy, but it works in best of 1. If I go to best of 3, I think I'm going to be changing the land base ever so slightly, just going up a little bit more, because you don't get that hand smoothing effect that you get in best of 1. But I think this deck could do well in both. But let's be honest. You're playing this deck in best of 1, right? We know that. Don't even kid yourself. If you want to go into best of 3, I actually do have another deck that I'm thinking about playing. This is a deck that I wanted to play at some point last season, very late, but I never got around to playing it because the Avatar set just came out. This is a cool Boros best of 3 deck, and I was having a lot of fun and a lot of success with this deck. So look forward to a video on this one after I make some updates with the Avatar cards. I don't know if anything's going in here, but it is a very cool deck that I had a lot of fun playing at one point. Anyways, let me know what you think about Boros One Trick, what you think about Firebending Student. Take care for now. That's the end of this video. Sarang e ipana, and bye-bye.